The Lincoln Project, a super PAC made up of anti-Trump Republicans that helped elect Joe Biden, is in the hot seat tonight. 21 men have accused co-founder John Weaver of sexual harassment. Alleged behavior includes sexually explicit messages, harassing phone calls, and promises to advance their political careers. NewsNation's Ashley Banfield is with us tonight to help us break all this down. Ashley, always good to see you. This is not going anywhere anytime soon. Why?
Well, I guess technically it really should have unraveled a lot sooner than now. And I think that's the issue. And Marnie, you know, and I know that big stories often get much, much bigger when people go quiet. It's always the when did you know it, as opposed to just the what did you know. And in this particular case, the what did you know and when is becoming really big, because it turns out that a lot of these men made complaints against John Weaver back in June, or at least two of them that they have evidence for, and made these complaints to top executives, as the reporting shows. So the issue is, well, if that happened in June, how did the Lincoln Project continue for, 7 or 8 months or so to continue fundraising as though nothing to see here? So that became the issue, really. If you knew back then, why was nothing said?
And in fact, Ashley, they raked in a lot of money. So where did all of this money go?
So I think now you're really hitting, the nail on the head when it follow the money, right? That's always the question in politics. And so, for instance, in this particular story, the reporting has the money raised for the Lincoln Project about $90 million. And when you break that out so far, it looks to be only about a third, 27 million went towards the ad buys. For a lot of super PACs, the majority of the money goes towards the ad buys, right? To go and try to, beat those opponents. So if you're talking about $27 million, well, golly, that's another $60 million or so. Where'd that go? And what the reporting is showing to now is that about half of it went to consultants and particularly firms that were owned by the founders. So those founders are consultants. So it's not as though they went to places where they shouldn't have gone. It's just that it just doesn't often pass the smell test if the owners of the company are sending the money to their own consultancy firms. And so it looks to be that about half of it. But if you do the math with me, and I'm terrible at math, but this one's an easy one, that's about 20 million or so that's unaccounted for. So nobody can really tell you right now, where's the other 20 million? I think that's what's got a lot of journalists sort of ginned up.
So do we think they'll open up their books then?
Aha, that's a great question. And I think that's a question that's been asked not just to this organization, but also of, say, super PACs like America First or America First Policy. Those were Trump-supporting super PACs that had some scandal associated and questions associated. And I think that this particular super PAC has said, look, well, at least Steve Schmidt, one of the founders, has said, we'll open our books as soon as PACs like that open their books, because they point to Trump campaign PACs and they point to numbers like $700 million in money collected as opposed to $90 million in money collected, and say if they need to account for their donors, then we need to account for our donors. But it shouldn't only be one-sided. At least that's how they sort of accommodate for opening up the books.
If you're hearing this at home tonight, you're probably thinking, well, what about the accusers in this situation? Where does this leave all of them? I mean, you're talking about accusations of sexually explicit messages, harassing phone calls, promises to advance their political careers. What happens to these people?
I mean, really dirty stuff, too, stuff that I really don't want to go into if it's okay with you. I mean, you and I both know that we're limited a lot in what we can actually say on TV. And this is one of those times. The messages were really profane and gross and very, very sexually explicit and provocative. And for that, John Weaver has apologized. But it goes to, look, you can apologize and say, oh, gosh, I'm sorry. I thought I was in a consensual conversation. But some of these young men were 18 and they were interns. And so now you're talking about consensual schmensual. I mean, you're talking about interns and sexual harassment of underlings. So it doesn't matter if you think it's consensual. You shouldn't be doing that in the first place. Then there's also allegations that some of them may have been even as young as 14, then turning 18, so that conversations went on for 4 years. So it goes beyond that. But what the Lincoln Project executives have said is that we're putting out the overture, they say, to anyone out there who may be a victim of this kind of sexual harassment. Please, get in touch with us, and we would like to release you from your non-disclosure agreements. So at least they're going that far to say these people will be allowed to talk. We are looking for transparency in this process. But, this is a big wallop. And, George Conway stepped down and Steve Schmidt has stepped down. And so they've lost a lot. And of course, John Weaver stepped down. So they've lost a lot of their muscle. And it remains to be seen whether they'll be able to weather this at all and whether they will face a flurry of very expensive lawsuits.
Well, something I know that we and you as well, Ashley, will be following closely. Appreciate your time tonight. Good to see you and looking forward to March 1st.
Me too. Thanks, Marnie.